Hi, this is Matt with YouthBaseballParents.com, and today's video is going to give a nice tip for parents, something you may not necessarily think about when you want to help your kid improve in baseball. And that is to get new baseball drills for your child by going to an actual professional baseball tryout. Now, there may be any reasons why you want to consider this option. First of all, it's going to show you and your child exactly what scouts want to see in prospective players. So even if your kid is 9, 10 years old in the youth leagues or the select leagues or little league, this is a great experience. You get a chance to actually take your child to an actual tryout and find out how scouts actually think. You might note a slight difference in the way scouts look at players versus the youth baseball coaches look at players, and so it will give your child that perspective. You'll also learn the actual drills scouts use to evaluate players, or at least narrow the field down, and then they can get further workouts or further information from those players. But you'll learn how they filter. Also, these new drills you can teach your child should he ever decide to attend a professional baseball tryout. Many people who first go to a pro baseball tryout have never run a 60-yard dash or have never done some of the specific skills and drills that they use to evaluate talent. So this way, if your child is introduced to it early, your child then will be very, very familiar at the pro tryout and will have actually practiced these drills as time goes on, should the child wish to go to the pro level. And in addition, during the breaks of tryouts, you may even have the possibility of meeting scouts in order to find out how they think when evaluating players. So just because one of your child's teammates hit 550 for the season and the parents are talking and ranting and raving, you don't have to worry necessarily. Find out what the scouts look for and talk to several scouts as time goes on, and you'll kind of have a rough idea of what they're looking for, and then you can help your child grow appropriately in the sport to meet what the scouts are looking for. Makes your life a lot easier. Here's some of the drills that you can incorporate into your child's practice. Now please make sure that you have all medical approval. The younger kids should not be throwing curved balls. If they can't sprint or if they have blood pressure concerns or asthma or anything else, please make sure that they have medical concerns taken care of and you have doctor's approval. And when you introduce these drills, always work with your coaches, so even if you have to do this privately with your child at home or on the weekends or whenever you have some downtime, consider adding these in and work into them gradually. Okay, they're not necessarily the most fun drills, but they are what the scouts are looking at during these specific tryouts. For anyone other than pitchers, all position players have to run a 60-yard dash, and that basically assesses the sprint speed covering the length of 2 base paths. So for your child, let's say the base paths are a much smaller distance, just double the length of home to first and then draw that in a straight line. And instead of doing 60 yards, it might be 45 yards or 50 yards or whatever it is at the level you're playing. So consider doing that dash and only do a couple of those sprints. Infielders. The first basemen go to the edge of the outfield grass right behind first base, and they throw all the way to third base. And then all other infielders, third baseman, second baseman, and shortstops, will all go behind third base as far as possible at the edge of the infield dirt and the outfield grass, and then throw across to first base. This gauges arm strength, accuracy, etc. Likewise, outfielders, all of them, left fielders, center fielders, and right fielders, all go to right field to make the longest throw possible. The scout or the evaluator will hit a pop fly. They'll judge the ability for the outfielder to catch a fly ball and then throw to third base. And at that point, they look for accuracy, arm strength, velocity, and also a general approach, such as crow hops or other sort of way to get momentum going into the throw. Catchers throw from home to second base, and if you are at a level where your child is playing and they do not allow base stealing, work into this very slowly or even hold off for a few years. You want to save your kid's arm. That's the first thing, safety first. Pitchers at the pro level, they look for location, movement, and velocity. Now, of course, with the younger kids, if they're not throwing off-speed pitches, such as curveballs or sliders, just work on location. Velocity will come with age and as they grow. Same thing with movement. So just work on location and then talk with the scouts about what he would recommend for your child. And of course, if you're not familiar with proper pitching instruction to save your child's arm, please get qualified pitching instruction. And then the scouts look for hitting mechanics for all position players. This means whether the guy hits a home run or a pop fly or even strikes out during the tryout, the scouts look for weight transfer, hitting balance, head level, minor stuff that may escape most parents or most coaches at the youth level. So talk with the scouts about this and you'll be surprised at what you learn. So for your next steps, contact your local minor league team or your favorite major league team and find out if they will have an open tryout in your area in the upcoming months. And ask if you and your child can attend as spectators. Even possible, if you are allowed to attend as spectators, ask your child's teammates and his teammates' parents to come along. So all of you have the same information. It will broaden your horizon quite quickly. If you can, and if it's appropriate, during the breaks at the tryout or even after the tryout, talk with the scouts. Find out what they're thinking. Don't be a pest. Just go talk to them and just say, I'd like to help my child improve. Can I pick your brain for a minute? And then just ask some questions about what they look at in terms of other players and how they evaluate. So if you're interested in finding out more, especially if you want to help your kid overcome being nervous at bat, get a free report. Go to youthbaseballparents.com. Sign up for the free report, and you'll also find other information to help you as a parent enjoy your experience more. Thank you.